Hello boys and girls, my name is White Rhino PSO, and today I am playing some more Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. So, what are the jobs we have for today? We're still stuck doing just the Rhino Piccolo and Royale Bianco cars, it looks like. I am going to decline the Malik, and that's a specific DLC, and the Sakura GT20 seems to be a DLC as well, but I'm not sure which one. I'm going to decline those in the hopes of getting something better in the list. Tapping sounds, and the engine is working, but it's choppy. I'm going to grab that one up. The third car that came in was, I think it was called a Flamo. That one, it was also outside of my ability at the moment. So, I need to replace the fuel rail and the air filter base. I'm going to select both of them. That's weird. Why can I put the list like that? Anyway, select them both. Which of them? Alright, I need to take off the manifold. I need to take off the throttle so I can take off the manifold. Almost forgot that bolt. Which I can take off the fuel rail. And then it needs the air filter base, which I'm not entirely sure how you would know that that specific part is messed up. Air filter still looks pretty good. And the air filter base. This one I don't even need to take out of the main spot here. So air filter base and fuel rail D1. Air filter base right on the screen. Rail. Fuel rail D1. Wow, that was $295. All that money I've been getting, and that one part set me back below the starting money. Oh, assembly mode, that'll do it. And the air filter itself. I've still got the crappy air filter from the last car, because I constantly forget to sell off... Oop, there we go. I constantly am forgetting to sell off the shitty parts after I finish a job. Fuel rail. Then the manifold goes on. Put some more bolts in. I only plan on doing a small handful of videos for Car Mechanic Sim to start. Wow, 709. That's not bad. I only plan on doing a few videos to begin with, and then moving on to something else. But this is definitely a game where I can come back to in the future. I'm going to skip the tapping sounds in the engine, just in case that's another camshaft issue. That is a very specific amount of experience needed. New engine oil and filter. Actually, I'm going to go for the repair all engine faults, after declining the jobs that I can't do anyway. So another Royale Bianco to bring into the shop. The loading time for the cars does seem a little better once you've done them at least the once. Alright, camshaft pulley, that wouldn't be so bad. Intake manifold, starter, and a timing belt. For this one, I'm going to put that sucker back on the lift though. And what can I get at from the hood itself? Take off the throttle, and then the intake manifold. I wonder if the manifold is something that I can possibly repair on my own. And then the starter. Which, like I said, the game, Oh, the timing belt. So I gotta get deep in there again. Alright, so belt tensioner. And you can tell from the rust that that's another part oop, nope, this one. That's another part I have to remove. In order to get the timing cover off, I'm pretty sure I gotta remove this sucker. And then the water pump. And yep, now I can get into the timing belt, which proves that in the previous time, I'm pretty sure I did not have to take off either the power steering pump or the alternator. I just did anyway. So, it looks like crankshaft pulley, intake manifold. Actually, yeah, like I was saying, well, I could repair the air filter base. Oh no. Oh my god, no. Okay. So, because I tried to repair the timing belt cover from this person's car and I failed, it nearly destroyed the part. Get rid of some of this though. Actually, I can wait on that. So, crankshaft pulley. The fuel filter was from a previous one. Fuel rail was a previous one. The intake manifold is completely zero. That's kind of surprising. But this one's car needed a crankshaft pulley, intake manifold, the starter, and the timing belt. And now it needs a timing cover. I do not know... Timing cover... Oh, no, that's... There we go. Jesus, 120 for the belt. That's surprising. That seems almost like it's the wrong price, but sure. Starter. Not a V8 starter, so only $80. And what was the last part? Crankshaft pulley. For a straight 4. Nicely, I did not have to dive into the person's engine in order to, shit. Intake manifold. I forgot. The only reason I needed a timing cover is because I broke it. Manifold, intake manifold. Ooh, 265. Which takes me down below 2,000 again. We hit just assembly mode, put on the working one. Oop, gonna get a better angle, I guess. Apologize for all the sniffling. I do not know where all that's coming from, because no dust has been kicked up in my room, and I've been fine all day. The good timing belt, the timing cover that I did not ruin. One of the things that the game changes in expert mode is it says that it changes the way that the rust is calculated, which means I guess you can't just go, oh well, the timing cover is pristine, so that's fine, but, you know, all this stuff here is rusty, so that must be the broken part. So it must mean that you have to be a little better with your actual determining of what's wrong on the vehicle. Alright. Oop. And starter. Oh, almost forgot the other serpentine belt. And then I think that might be it. Yep. The rest is just all $5 for 5 different car parts, one of which I ruined myself. Again, it's kind of weird that it did not sell everything when I hit sell everything, but everything's fixed. I guess apparently you get back every penny you spend on a vehicle, so if you wanted, I guess you could just replace every part of the vehicle and get it all as money. But what really matters, I think, is less the money and more the experience you get in the game. Alright. Once again, just the same 2 friggin' cars. New engine oil and filter, repair gear faults. I'll go with that one just for the hell of it. Alright. So what's wrong with this one? Sway bar. Oh, this is like suspension-y stuff. So sway bar, rear shock absorber cap, a rear sway bar, and a wheel hub bearing, which are all things underneath the vehicle, so I gotta put that sucker up on a lift. No parts in the inventory. Alright. So, I'm almost entirely sure that I've got to take off this tire to begin with. So, I'll start with that. Alright, so I need the hub bearing, but to do that, I believe I need that. Yeah, I need to take that bolt off. Yep, and then the whole hub bearing comes off. What do I need to take? Okay. Okay, that makes more sense. So, let me jump to this tire. But I need to take that whole, this whole tire off to get at the front sway bars, so I can remove that bit. Nope, it's around this way. Nope. Top bolt and bottom bolt. I think that's enough to take that off. So, oh, and over there's the shock absorber cap and the other bit. So for the shock absorber cap, oh, that's interesting. I can just take that cap straight off. But what do I need to take off in order to remove... Oh, getting deep into the car here. Where is it? What do I need to... Oh, that guy there, which I need to take the rear tire off to get to. And do I need to take anything else off, or can I wiggle my little finger? There we go. And then that's for that side. Just kind of work my way around to the other tire. I almost wish that the game were a little more realistic in how the camera works and such. But I think it might be a little difficult for people to figure out where bolts are on areas of a car where they can't get their head into. Well, this is the first car we've had with all 4 tires off at once. So what am I looking for today? The front sway bar, rear sway bar A, rear shock cap, and wheel hub bearing. So, bearing, wheel hub bearing times 1, shock, rear cap for 65, sway bar. I remember it was sway bar in the front, and then I'm pretty sure it was sway bar A. If not, okay, we're good. Alright. So, sway bar A goes back on, which allows me to swoop around and get this tiny sway bar end length. I do not know. It doesn't seem to matter which tire you put on which side. It'd be kind of neat if the game gave you jobs of like tire rotation. Let's put the good shock absorber cap on here while I'm back here. But then you'd have to program in some sort of system where it keeps track of where each tire came from on the vehicle, as well as the wear and tear of those tires, I suppose. So that's in, which means, oop, where is it? Nope, it's better from up here. Alright. Another little star pattern for this tire. I'm pretty sure I mentioned in a previous video, but I'm not sure. I don't plan on playing a whole lot of this in this one sitting. I'm just going to do a few videos, and then... Wait, now what am I? Oh, up there. And then I'll be able to jump back into this game every so often. Basically, whenever I feel like I want to have something between a couple games. I've already got stuff like Noir Syndrome for that, and the game I am planning on playing after this game. Yep, all that's crap, so I can sell it off. For whatever reason, none of it's considered junk, so I have to sell it all manually. But there's a game I'm planning on playing after this, which also works well in single video increments. 307 with 153 on the bonuses. We've almost made it up to 800 experience. Hopefully, before the last video for this set of them, I'll be able to show off one of the upgrades. New engine oil. Engine power has failed. That's almost ominous. And oh, is this a Royale Bianco again? I haven't worked on a Rhino Piccolo in a while. Alright, so what's wrong with this sucker? Fuel pump. That's simple enough. Is that a thing that I can... Wait a minute. Oh, fuel pump is back here. Which I believe also means that I'm definitely going to have to put it up on the lift to mess with it. But I may also be able to get this job done before the end of the video, which is quickly approaching. So, how do I... Oh, might as well show it while I'm here. If you hit 3, you're in examine mode. Then you can say, take a look at the exhaust pipe that's all white here. You hold the click, and it shows in yellow. Basically, it'll show the color of its condition. So now, without having to take it off the vehicle, because usually the only indications you have as to condition are when you take the part off the vehicle and it shows in your inventory what percentage of condition it is, or if you just look at the rust on it itself. This examine mode is probably a lot more useful. Some parts, like you can see here, can be examined by taking off the car. You need to take them off. But this would probably be a lot more useful in expert mode. Why can't I take you off? What is in the way? That's strange. That's really strange. Let me try putting it down the lift. And see if I can somehow... Oh. Okay, I can just take it right out like that. So apparently the fuel pump, I thought you had to take the fuel tank itself out to do, but apparently not. So 0% fuel pump. How this person even got the vehicle to my shop is beyond me. I've made it up to 3,500 bucks though. Alright, and in goes the fuel pump. And that is it for this job. 120 for the job, and then the same amount for the bonuses. I'm starting to think you just get a flat 100 experience point bonus for finishing any job. But anyway, looks like that's all the time I have for today. So as usual, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.